I'm gonna freaking... Yo, what's good, Ethio? The frames are dropping again, dogs. The frames are dropping. The frames are dropping. I'm so pissed. Affiliate propaganda, man. Affiliate propaganda. They want me bad. They know I'm a freaking asset. They want me bad. They're like, oh man, I wish Arbin would become affiliate so bad. What tactics can we use to entice him to enable an affiliate? How about we try to offer new ad packages? How about we try to encourage him to engage with his viewers by letting them have emotes? Oh, wow. You know what? They're not doing, he's not working, it's not working! He's not turning on affiliate! Ah! We're going nuclear! Nukes my stream every single freaking time I go live. We've lost 61% of the stream. Don't give in. Did you put a space between the GI and the VE because to emulate how it is listening to my stream? Boom. Oh my gosh, that's how delayed we are. Oh. Ah! Hello. Ah, no! 61% is streaming. Bia! Welcome. What's good? The stream is lagging. The stream is lagging. I'm gonna crash out. Chat, I'm tired. Chat, let me tell you. I had to go somewhere today. I said this is the most chill stream ever. It is not chill. I'm raging. There's a fiery, burning passion. It's hot in my room. We're a minute in the past. Ah! Let me out! Your graphics are so lit. I love it so much. Oh, thank you. It's my face. It's my face. Ah! Thank you. Sifu's free on EGS. Get it? Dog, you don't even know. I bought it. I already got some. I got Sifu when it went free on in December, man. It's okay. Probably can't compare to how Cap card pooped itself. It's so crazy how your capture card farted, man. And then the webcam really went. Yeah. Hold on, I got this. It went the other way. I'm forgetting my shapes and sizes. Chat, we're upside down. we're thinking about it. For context, Be a Planet is a streamer. By the way, shout out Be a Planet. They're super chill. And then their capture card like exploded, causing like bad visual graphics, and then their webcam flipped upside down unknowingly. And they were crashing out. I felt for them, truly. They were going through it. How do I get Chat, what if we do a stream that's just completely upside down? What are we playing today, man? What are we playing? We gotta do the dailies, everyone. It was literally this. It was literally that. It was so tragic. All right, chat, let's get the dailies in. This one's for you, Crash. Okay, we're good. Perish. Is the stream good? Are we back? Chat, can we refresh? The frames are coming back in. Not crash, none crash. Okay, we're good. Did I talk about how long my day was? I just had to brag. Gonna watch a movie, lurk. Thank you for the lurk, Bia. Chad, let me tell you. Freaking... I had to go somewhere today. I refresh? Alright, I'll wait. I had to go somewhere today and I I had to go like across the damn town, bro. I had to go across the damn town. To get there, it was a 1 hour and 30-minute drive in agonizing traffic. I was losing my mind. Going back, 2 hours. What? Ow! 2 hours driving back. I couldn't take it anymore, dog. It was so bad. Crazy. Yeah, feel bad. It was a nightmare. It was bad. It was like really stressing me out. The moment, and oh wait, here's part of it. I only had like 1 water the entire day. The moment I got home, I like ate dinner and then I just crashed on the couch. But for longer than the Minecraft movie. Is there still screenings of the Minecraft movie? Speaking of movie, hey, put that one in. Okay, we got it. We're making it through. Oh yeah, the Minecraft movie's locked in. Ticket is still valid, so there must be some. Yeah, there's some. There's some alright in my local theaters. Oh, finally. Sorry, on the side, I'm uploading things to Google Drive. And my first batch just finished. Give me a sec. Okay. Let's get some more words in here. Loaded. Anyways, how are you guys doing? How's your guys' day? Tell me everything. Yo. What? I'm back. I streamed. I was in traffic. The moment I finally opened up the stream was when I went home. It was over. I couldn't even find the VOD. That's how like soon, that's like how instantly it ended. I couldn't even find the VOD. What the hell are these dropped frames, man? They're calling this the worst stream ever. VOD's up now. I saw that though. I did see the VOD up. Hour and 17 minutes. Got my eyes peeled. Where's all the freaking bandwidth for streamers like me? Is freaking Streamer University by Kai Cenat like destroying us right now? There's none of those letters in it. I made a cleaner, clear video for my map today. Nice! Saw some people losing their minds over some routing and I felt bad. That's awesome. Dude, video creator. Excuse me? Folid? Folies? Folix? Folid? Foli? Folic? Folui? Foliage? Folic? What? Saw someone praising the map's routing. Banger. That's awesome. Dang, we got big mappers in the chat right now, man. I didn't know we had 2 big Celeste mappers. All right, let's play something that isn't Celeste. They got so far playing on the bug version. Oh yeah, it's on the final. We're on the latest patch. I don't think I have the mental capacity to play it right now, but we'll get to it. Folio? The bug version, they had it so hard. They're playing on hard mode. They're playing on hard mode, just like how we're playing on hard mode. The latest patch still got the bug, bruh. Asterisk. Shrek. Bridge troll. I'm an ogre. Hulk. Green. Oh wait, there's a lot of green people here. GGG. We're that far behind. How many drop frames does it take to screw in a light bulb? Iconic green characters that are misrepresented. What? Why do we have different connections? PSC maybe. Maybe we're on a desync. It's to help. It's so that you can do it at your own pace and don't feel like you're stream sniping me, or you don't have to watch my stream. Type shit. I thought it was reset time for everyone. Me too, but maybe it's different. Evil characters with hats. Not evil. Characters known for their hats. Oh, there's Grinch. Evil green characters that wear hats. The Riddler got like a comb over, right? Like that's their style. Evil green characters that are bald. Oh wait, no. Hulk has hair. What does the Hulk have hair? Mad Hatter's probably bald, wearing all those hats. Let me think about the other ones that we're working with here. Asterisk, Shrek, Bridge Toll, Pool. Hulk, Sphinx, Catch, Grinch. Riddler, Elphaba, Obelisk, Strings. Capital. This is capital like city capital. Condition. Mad Hatter, Mall. Commonly liminal space type stuff. Places where people gather for fun. People be gathering at the places where people gather. Something like that. Strings? No strings on me. Characters with green skin, brother. How's the stream chugging along? I know the frames are dropping like horridly. I know 33% of my stream is just non-existent here. It's mostly good. Yeah. You're getting to 66.6%. We got some audio desync. Rah! Capital. Sphinxes, obelisks are known for like Test, test, test. Balls, balls, balls. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, I'm finna crash out. I'm finna crash out. Okay, I sent there as soon as I saw my test. That's pretty impressive. Asterisk pool. Audio is good for me. Yeah, VIPs get special privilege, I think. I'm just messing. Mall. Mad Hatter. Evil characters. Evil characters that speak in riddles. Famous riddle givers. They're not evil. They're not evil. They're not evil. Check, check, check. They're not evil. I think I just needed a refresh. Dude, check out the viewership. We got 5 viewers. Because of the refresh, probably. Something like that. GG Urple. Yeah. I'll be freaking it. Now what are these ones? Strings. Mall, pool, capital. What's the condition, brother? What's the condition? What's my dad doing? No, it's Twitch. It's Twitch in there. It's goofy freaking goofy servers, man. Kaisenat Streamer University like taking up all the freaking bandwidth right now, man. It's awful out here. Condition. There's a condition. There's a catch. There's strings attached. There's an asterisk. Boom! The fine print, baby. Pool, capital, obelisk, mall. Gatherings of people. Features of national malls in DC. That, okay. I would not have... That's a purple, bro. That is purple. Ain't nobody thinking about the national mall in DC. Dude, finally. Spell check me. Everyone, we need total silence.
Puzzles. A verb meaning to offer or represent to someone. Glimmer. A verb meaning to shine faintly or... Bribery. A noun meaning the act or... Redemption. A noun meaning the act, process. Varnish. A noun meaning a liquid prep.
Too easy.
Tangerine. A noun meaning any of various. Elicitation. A verb meaning to call forth or draw out. Something such as information.
Oh, elicit. It's an E.
Ancestors. A noun meaning one from. Trepanation. A verb meaning to use a trephine on. The skull. Trephine originates from. Interrogative. An adjective meaning used in a question.
Beautiful.
Phosphine. A noun meaning any of various derivatives of phosphine.
What?
Barnumesque. A biographical name meaning Phineas Taylor, 1810. 1891.
All right.
Anguish. A noun meaning extreme. Chaplain. A noun meaning a clergyman in charge of a...
like chapel run?
Sanguine. A adjective meaning marked.
Elden Ring players know. Elden Ring players know. Elicitation. Yes, elicit. To elicit. It's a verb form. Well, elicitation is a noun, but like the act of suggesting the act in the form of a noun. Elicit. E. Trepanation? Okay. Phosphine. Phosphine with an I. Barnumesque. Yeah, ain't no way. Chaplain and sanguine. All right. Let's get some fun ones in. How are you guys' day? Did I ask that already? I know I did. I'm just curious. You don't have to share. Steel monotype? Steel bug? Or no, monotype bug? I'll throw you one. Ain't nobody picking this one. Ain't nobody. It's poison! Good? That's good to hear. What? Made chicken nuggies and brownies? Hell yeah. Except my sleep schedule is completely ruined. What happened? I feel like Fine. You got me. Cowboy hat Caterpie? Alright. Woke up at 1 today. Bro! He's just like me, for real. How are the chicken nuggets? How are the brownies? A bug flying? They make those? Probably Butterfree G-Max or some bullshit. Me when you rated that one streamer who played Minecraft until 5 a.m. Bangerific. Yeah, the VTuber. Autumn? No. I'm not good. I won't elaborate. A Hoenn monotype. They make those? Isn't this one only like... Oh no, I think Corviknight's one. Yes. Maple! I was thinking like autumn. It's got autumnal relations. Me when that one streamer played Traversal until 3 a.m. I woke up at 6 that day. 6 a.m.? Rock Steel? Okay, what the freak? They make those? Probably something silly like 6 a.m. Yes. Oh, well, yes. Alright. I think Steelix is it, right? Steelix is ground, Steel. Then I slept for 10 hours. Oh, hell yeah. Steel monotype. They make those? I need a go-to steel monotype, I guess. Here, we'll go easy. Torkoal. A Hoenn rock type. Geodude. Who are the fossils? What the hell does Roxanne use? What the hell does Roxanne... She's the first gym leader. She's the first gym leader. What does she do? A Hoenn flying. Pelipper. The heck is Cowboy Caterpie? I think... I have no idea. Rock Bug. Aria. Oh, R. And Norif. That's the most bug rock looking bug rock I've ever seen. Hoenn rock. I could do that. What's like a Pokemon I love to punch with like fighting type moves? I know there's one that's like, it like screams like punch me. I don't got it. Who are the steel types? Hoenn rock. Man, I love Hoenn. Brother, I don't know Hoenn. Let's just start typing in letters. Maybe something will come up. Hoenn Rock would be Aaron. Nose pass. Oh, brother. Reggie Rock. Agron was the one I was thinking. Oh, brother. There's a lot of rocks in Hoenn, man. There's a lot of them. There's an MF called Soul Rock. It's a soul with it's a rock with a soul. Oh, brother. Cradley. Ain't nobody thinking about Cradley or Lily. Wait, Anarif is Gen 3? I thought that was Gen 4. Oh no. Gen 4 has the shield on for a face. Okay. We'll do some monkey type. How long have we been streaming? 28 minutes, not bad. Good start. I don't know what game to play though, but I want something like chill. I was rewatching my monkey type playthrough. Dude, my keyboard be clacking, and it's not even like a satisfying clack. It's like the worst type of clacks, man. It is not the fun type of clacking. I will move my mic away from my keyboard, and we'll see how that works. We'll do time. We'll do a timed English commonly misspelled. English commonly misspelled. Can I get a Haste soundtrack, Haste Broken Worlds Quicksand Part 3? Real quick. Lock in. Lock me in. You know what? Screw it. We're doing 120. We're doing 120 on the time. Chat. I'll see you on the other side. Is it still popping like crazy? I imagine the compressor is probably trying to like boost the audio. Is it bad? Please let me know. Doesn't bother me at all. Oh god. With a period? I'm trying to pick up the nonverbal messaging you're putting down. Slash genuine. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Just because it doesn't bother you at all doesn't necessarily answer the question if it's allowed or not. That's an appeal to ah 82 appeal to clicky clackies. You know what? I'm gonna pull up the VOD right now and I'm gonna listen. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Watch by the time I start playing Fallacy Quiz, which it seems like I might start playing Fallacy Quiz just because I already got Fallacy Quiz inclined. I'm gonna like start crashing out. The stream is gonna start like exploding.
In fact,
I'd imagine Ludwig laugh, be like, the compressor is probably trying to like boost the audio. The typing actually is, it sounds better. It's not as sharp. But me talking, it does not. My mic goes in one direction. It's like we're picking up the reverb in the room. The natural reverb. Alright, we'll take it. I'll take it. That's chill. That's a vibe. We'll make sure to do that again. I'd do that for $1. Alright. Let's play some Fallacy Quiz. I'm feeling like I want to get some good runs in that game. Let's hope it doesn't crash. Yeah? Yeah. Did you guys like Fallacy Quiz last time we played it? I don't know. Tim Grief. Alright, we're back in. Weirdly, I do like Fallacy Quiz. I like learning. I guess I'm like a learning type of guy. I would be so real. I saw like none of the game last time. was it that boring? I'm jumping to conclusions. I'm jumping to conclusions. Just because me reading Ethio's comment, I'm jumping to conclusions. You didn't say that just because you didn't see most of the game last time, it's not fair to me to jump to the conclusion that I assumed that you think it was boring. Every sentence I'm thinking of fallacies. Dude, me too. Every time I'm like, and it's not even, it's literally fallacy. I'm literally just like, I want to be better than someone to shut them down. But also like, I'm trying to like apply my knowledge. Like I'm trying to like keep myself in check. Like maybe the line of thinking I'm going down is fallacious. But though, listen, not every line of thinking is fallacious, you know, as long as we're only reading through like single sentence and single phrases. You know, if you start backing up with your thoughts and ideas with facts, you know, they're there. Appeal to fallacy, dude. Get me on the glossary. Please tell me it's like ABC order. Hey, page 61. Check it. Read it. We got the fallacy. It could be tempting to conclude that a claim... Wait, let me do it. Let me read it as if I'm reading it smartly. It can be tempting to conclude that a claim is false because the reasoning leading to it contains a fallacy. AKA, you can assume that everything is bullshit because it has a fallacy in it. Or even to say there's a fallacy without saying which one, just because the claim seems false. Everyone caught in chat, you know who you are. When pointing out to someone that they're using a fallacy, you must clearly state which one and explain why you think this is the case. Keep in mind that the presence of a fallacy does not make a claim necessarily false. It just means the reasoning is invalid. If you are accused of using a fallacy, ask for clarification. Which fallacy have I used? Y'all think about that the next time you're thinking about... You see, I do the opposite of this. Oh, for real? pulls out fallacy book IRL. You see, I do the opposite of this. Boom. Where if something sounds right, I just believe it forever. Doesn't matter how made up it is. Dude, for real. Did you know that that 25% of the population is left-handed? That sounds right. You know, you ever met like a left-handed person? Even if it's like, I didn't bring up like a source. I didn't bring up like a fact. Like, I just kind of said it and it sounds right. 1 out of 4 seems high, honestly. It's because they're masking. Left-handed people don't want you to know that they're left-handed in fear of being discriminated against. It's sad. It's sad. It's so sad. Let's get into some fallacies. This child stole from an elderly lady. It's only fair they're cutting off her mom's welfare benefits. What? 2 wrongs make a right? I'm sorry. I was like struggling to comprehend the sentence here. Oh God, I've been pretending to be right-handed my whole life. Wait a minute. Maybe I shouldn't be playing this game. Maybe I'm not like psychologically inclined right now, or mentally inclined right now. Some people will use the idea of an eye for an eye to justify a cruel or violent response to a cruel or violent action. They won't explain why doing that is useful or makes sense. They just expect you to agree with them based on the saying, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Dude, for real, literally just because some old, like, who's it, King Solomon was like, yeah, kill the baby. Brother, what the hell is wrong with you? This quote has gone on and so popular, and it's like, oh, you gotta think about context, man. All you have to do is ask what purpose this serves. You can remind them that 2 wrongs don't make a right. 2 wrongs don't make a right. Either they realize this is useless, or their intentions are revealed to be nefarious. Oh, whoa. You don't want to be caught being nefarious, do you? Wait, I need to review this. This child stole from an elderly lady. Okay, that's the bad part. It's only fair they're cutting her mom's welfare benefit. Oh, okay. They're like, yeah, stealing from old lady justified. I see. Is the music loud? Me as I boost the music. You see, when I read that, I thought they were talking about the old lady's mom. I actually had no idea which old lady they were talking about also. Nope, not loud. Okay. I was telling that housing all the homeless people would be at the expense of the taxpayers, but you convinced me that it might up being a positive for everyone. However, you didn't prove to me that it would be the most profitable thing to do. That sounds weirdly valid. What? It's moving the goalpost. Oh, of course it's moving the goalpost. I was telling that housing all the homeless people would be at the expense of the taxpayers. So that's what they were saying. But you convinced me. It's a positive. It's a positive for everyone. You didn't prove to me that it'd be the most profitable thing to do. So it's like, here's this new thing. Now you gotta convince me on X, Y, and Z. Remember when Jesus said, but think about the prophets? Yeah. Prophet, like Jonah or something. You're complaining that he took all your lunch. What we'll do is he's going to give you one of the 2 sandwiches back. Then you can make peace with him. That sounds like a middle ground. They took all of my sandwich. They deserve to give back all of my sandwich. They don't deserve to get any sandwich. You have bad grades in physics. Maybe you should work more on this subject. Yeah, that's valid. Work on your shit. Okay. But it was Kant himself who said that. That's probably, I guess, just by invoking the name and insisting that their name is right. It's probably just an appeal to authority. I can't wait. Do emotes. I just got out of the hairdresser, and I think they really did a bad job. I think I can ask for a refund. I think they did a really bad job. That's valid. Go get that refund. That's all I'm saying. For a survey, people were called at their landline phones in the middle of the day. During the middle of the day, asked about their employment situation. This year, the number of unemployed people has skyrocketed according to studies. Valid? Sorry, I did not read I was not like processing it all. What the heck was it? For a survey, people were called at their landline phones during the middle of the day about their employment situation. Okay, this is a survey. But they're using landlines. Ain't nobody using their goddamn landlines. This year, the number of unemployed people has skyrocketed according to the study's results. But they're only asking people using landlines. This involves a generalization based on a sample that is not representative. For example, in an online survey asserting a claim about all citizens, whether they have computers or not, would be biased. Generalization. The resemblance with a valid study here can be quite deceptive. The sample size may be large enough and the study may seem rigorous. What's fallacious is the choice of the set about which conclusions are drawn. This is why I think what I like about this game is that I get to read. It's like, remember when I talked about like we should do a reading stream, and then I brought the California DMV book on stream, and then on the first page it was literally like no reproduction of this copy. No reproduction of this copy in any shape or form in media. Man, I think I just like hearing myself talk. Make sure the sample is representative about the set, about which conclusions are claimed. That makes sense. Okay. My goal is to get a perfect score. There's unemployment in youth because young people just don't want to do the work. The problem is, that's true. Gen Z is labeled as the laziest, the laziest workforce group to date. But I'm just gonna say that's an appeal to motive, because it is. You handed in your homework, but your notebook is in terrible condition. I won't waste my time grading, looking at each page. You'll get a bad grade. It's fallacy of division. The thing is, this is also like kind of valid. I was division. We got division in this. Okay, let me try to recite it without reading it. The fallacy of division is where you take apart the whole, you disregard the whole while targeting a specific aspect. That's kind of it. You target a specific aspect without looking at the whole. You make a judgment of the whole based on a specific aspect. You're like, oh, Arvin, you're like a great human being. But the glasses? Yeah, maybe not so much. Also, all my homework notes are crumpled. Dang, you guys got notebooks? I do be typing my shit. Claiming consists that part of something possesses a property just because the whole thing does. Yes. Okay, listen, this is also kind of like, if you're a teacher, I have some teacher friends. And they don't get paid after hours for grading homework. They like if depending on how much homework they give, and sometimes it's not even that much, they get like, they do not get paid after hours for grading homework. And let me tell you, they want to get that shit over with because they're not getting paid for it. And if there's some pages that are looking kind of bad, unfortunately, we hate that. Yeah, they don't get paid. Yeah, and they don't get paid enough. If there's some pages that look bad or just simply unreadable, you may suffer as a consequence. Granted, the notebook is in terrible condition. That doesn't suggest that the writing is in terrible condition. Oh my gosh, I'm the smartest guy alive. Dude, we're I should play Blueprints. From what I understand, Blueprints is like if you played New York Times Connections, but it's just New York Times Connections. And it's like all purples. This person never worked with their hands in their life, so I'm not sure we should listen to them about how we could improve the working conditions. That's some genetic fallacy. You're judging a person's by a specific characteristic and dismissing their entire claims because of it. I do that too, man. What the heck? Fortunately, you have read plenty of books on the matter, so I'm sure someone as knowledgeable as you will be able to change their mind on that subject. They're glazing me, so that's very easily an appeal to flattery. Remind me, why is this one? Why is this one a fallacy? This one is quite crude, but you're often taken in by it. An argument will seem more convincing when it is wrapped in compliments, even if the argument is false. Keep your guard up and think about what is being said when a compliment seems to come up from nowhere. Hey, chat! Hey! You guys are great chatters. You guys like talk a lot. Yeah. Keep up your guard and think about what is being said when a compliment seems to come up from nowhere. Only consider the elements that are relevant to the subject at hand. When you've detected this Trojan horse, you can still pretend to politely accept the compliment before moving on. Those glasses were offered for an extra $1 on top of your other glasses, so they must be really bad quality. Don't put them on. That's an appeal to money. Just because something comes $1 higher doesn't mean that it's any better, or doesn't guarantee the increased quality. We got like luxury bags that are selling for like $5,000 from like LVMH, and they're the cost to make them is like $50. Okay. Just because we've never done it doesn't mean it's impossible. That's an appeal to popular belief. That's valid. That's valid. Sorry. Sorry. My uncle died in a plane crash, so planes are far too dangerous, and we should stop using them altogether. That's anecdotal evidence. Get your personal stories out of here. This stop sign has been there since the road was built. We've never seen how people would drive without it. It might be worth conducting some tests to understand its actual impact on traffic and safety. It's an appeal to common practice. It's valid. It's valid. Run it back. Run it back. You know what I need? You know what I need, actually? I can't use this music. Oh, there we go. This is a little bit more my speed. You know what I'm talking about? Microwave music. This movie is gonna be a hit. It's okay if you're not paid up front. You'll get the royalties. That's wishful thinking. You really think I'm gonna take that crappy deal? You really think that this movie's gonna be a hit? I swear to God, there's a microwave beeping in it. There probably is. Let me check the definition. Actually, I was reading the focus on this, but what's the definition of wishful thinking? Your interlocutor asserts something only because they want to believe in it. You can tell them that you understand what they want to believe and explain that just because they want to believe that doesn't make it true. If they aren't willing to listen to you, and they aren't ready to question their unfounded beliefs. That's bars. Sometimes a pencil lead may snap. In that case, you just have to sharpen it. However, if you'd rather not deal with sharpening pencils, you can use a mechanical pencil. But they're distinct tools. That's misleading vividness. That's valid. I don't know, man. They were writing a sonnet for mechanical pencils. I don't. They're distinct tools. I know. Okay. That may be true. Dude, I'm literally getting fallacied right now. I'm literally like, it sounds like bullshit, so I'm gonna assume it's bullshit. I gotta chill out. I gotta chill the freak out. It's that may not be true. That may be true according to you, but not to me. That's relativist. That's relative. What's relativist fallacy? I understand, like, it has something to do with relativity on this one, but it's like, what's the hardwired definition? After a while, if someone has no more arguments left, they may say something like, well, you have your way of thinking, and I have mine. Or even, that's your version of things, and I have my version of things. But in a rational discussion, if you have two different ways of logically reasoning, then at least one of them is valid. Likewise, if your two versions of the things are not the same, at least one of them is false. This tactic just sabotages the debate and prevents critical thinking. You may ask them to explain by what magic the two reasonings can be simultaneously valid. I know you, but what am I? Type shit. Dude, type shit. That may be true according to you, but not according to me. You can't say that something is going to be true to someone if you know it's not going to be true to you. It just doesn't. Two wrongs don't make a right. I don't know. It's relative. Some bullshit. Yes, it's probably the least bad, but electing this candidate won't put an end to all suffering in this country. Thus, I'm not sure I'll vote for them. That's a perfect solution fallacy. I scum paused, my bad. Ouchies, they really hit us with the real shit. Your interlocutor will explain that the solution you're proposing is not a perfect one, which is quite easy to do, as a perfect solution doesn't exist. They will then tell you that since your solution is imperfect, it should not be implemented. You can respond by pointing out the advantages of your solution and then asking if they have a better one. If they don't, point out to them they are opposing any improvement. That goes crazy. I really prefer this candidate because I think it's just the better choice. That's circular reasoning. You didn't explain anything with that. You never joined us for lunch. We were wondering if you wanted to come with us this time around. You never joined us for lunch. We were wondering if you wanted to come this time around. That's an appeal to novelty. What? They never come around. So hey, why don't you change it up? It's an appeal to novelty. Maybe, well, I guess maybe it's like they're not making it out to be novel. Okay, all right. I like the idea that wealthy people are fundamentally valuable to society. Thus, it doesn't feel fair to increase taxes for them. That's shifting of the burden. That's wishful thinking. I knew it was wishful thinking. I literally chose the other one because it just sounded cooler. My guy just wants to have lunch with you. Your interlocutor asserts something only because they want to believe in it. They like the idea that they are fundamentally valuable. They like it. They want to believe that it's a good idea. They aren't willing to explain that just because they want to believe it doesn't make it true. Just because you want to believe it doesn't make it true. Man, I gotta do a little bit better than that. All right, we'll move on. Wishful thinking, brother. What the hey shifting the burden of truth? I don't see how this team could lose. They won all their matches until now. That's valid. What the freak? What the heck is the hot hand? They got more fallacies than jokers in Balatro. What the heck is happening? Fallacy is like the legendary Joker. Double I can't. Dude, can we get an emote streak? The hot hand fallacy is the opposite of the gambler's fallacy. Oh, I wonder. Oh, what's this? It's believing that after winning a poker hand, you have a better chance of winning. Wait, Balatro reference? Many people make this mistake, and your interlocutor may exploit this by mentioning past events that all had the same outcome. Claiming to this outcome would be repeating would be more likely. Here you should explain that in random experiments, outcomes are independent. Alright. It's hot hand. Oh, because like ballot row. Criminals usually hide their activity. This person wants to keep their conversation secret. They must be a criminal. That's jumping to conclusions. But that's also false equivalency. Can we get a fallacy quiz roguelike? The card deck building roguelike where I don't know, we'll get there. I have an uncle who is 83 years old and he's been smoking since he was 17. So I won't worry about it. That's anecdotal evidence. Me justifying drinking over smoking. Yeah, my parents drink a lot of wine. I'm a wine drinker. It's just ingrained in my soul. I'm sorry. The earth is flat and I won't accept any argument that contradicts this part of the conspiracy. All these arguments are fabricated from scratch. That's an appeal to spite. That's an appeal to consequences. Your interlocutor believes in something. They will choose their position so that none of the consequences of these contradict what they believe. I believe that the earth is flat. If these images were real, it would mean that earth is round. So these images must be fake. That's low-key like circular reasoning, but like a little bit more detailed. Believes in something. They will choose their position so that none of the consequences of these would contradict what they believe. In this case, you should ignore the argument and ask for some real basis to support their claims. If they persist, they probably aren't ready to question their unfounded beliefs. Got it. You want to end world hunger? Oh, please. When do you plan on doing that? Next Tuesday? That's an appeal to ridicule. That's just chat, man. Deep down, people are selfish. That's a loaded question. So this charity project based on donations and volunteering won't work. That's an appeal to motive. You're judging their motives. You're just judging them. He broke my pen. It would only be fair to break his. That's two wrongs make a right. We just learned that. Tooth for tooth, pen for pen. Come on. You got a bad grade at your test? Can you tell me why you didn't study at all? That's a loaded question because you don't know if they actually did try to study. They might have had a hard time. Ten to 5. That's not bad. Run it back. Run it back. You're saying people can be smart without having gone to school? So basically you're saying that people will always succeed without ever having going to school. Keyword always. That's a loaded question. It's straw man. It's straw man. I mean, for me, I read it and I was like, that's jumping to conclusions. Twisted version of your argument. Yeah. I always freak up straw man. Where's red herring? We still got fallacies we haven't unlocked yet, brother. They will choose an argument that is close to yours but easier to discredit. Yeah, okay. Honestly, reset me. I can't be messing up frame 1. If raw materials increase in price, then the product's price must also go up. A slice of cake that costs $2 is now $5. The cost of those raw materials must have skyrocketed. That's... The first part of this statement is true, but the second part is affirming the consequent. You're making a conclusion. You are making a conclusion that solely the reason of the price of cake going up is because of the raw materials cost going up. But you're doing it after the fact. You're doing it after the fact. You're coming to the conclusion. You're coming to this conclusion. But you're making up the, but you're not certain of the reason as to why. Because the cake could have gone up $2 or could have gone up to $5 because of other reasons, like labor costs or competitive market. Well, if it's competitive, they would be lowering the price. So maybe it's like they have a monopoly on the cake industry in their local town. Like this is what we're thinking about. We have a cause that is known simply to imply a consequence. The cause: I missed my bus. The consequence: so I'm late. But if you don't pay attention, you can be made to believe that the cause happened just by mentioning the consequence. Yes, that's the best way of saying it. You can be made to believe that the cause happened just by mentioning the consequence. Well, you can be made to believe the cause happened. You can believe that the cost of raw materials happened just by mentioning the consequence. The price went up. Even though this isn't necessarily the case. If he misses the bus, then he's late. He is late here, therefore he missed his bus. This is one of the possibilities, yes, but you cannot just deduce that. Asking, but there are other explanations for this. No. Can help. Dude, we're literally rocket scientists. This is the smartest Papa Arvin stream that we've ever had. There are no artificial ingredients in it. That's why it's good. That's an appeal to nature. Just because it came from nature doesn't mean it's good. You ever heard of cancer? I keep seeing on TV people who receive aid without working, even bragging about it. Poor people are really lazy. That's that's spotlight fallacy. Just because the sheer mention of TV. This uses a false impression. The media gives a category of people or things as if they were truth. To counteract this, remind your interlocutor that media coverage does not make something more valid, and explain why we cannot generalize from biased samples. This is also a this is just an appeal to spite. Like poor people are really lazy. It's like okay. Yeah, you might have seen me steal this money, but trust me, it's not true. That's a lie. That's just a... I saw you, bro. I saw you. You never join us for lunch. Why are you so upset with us like that? That's jumping to conclusions. I'm not upset. Maybe, I don't know. They appointed a new minister, but that doesn't mean that things will change necessarily. That's a hasty generalization. That's a valid. Yeah, that's valid. Yeah. I'm fallacy coded, man. I wanna bring the world out. I wanna surmise the evil. To lose weight, you will either have to reduce the amount you eat or space out your meals. What will you do? Cut back or spread it out? That's a false dilemma. I don't know how to explain it, but I know that's a false. It just sounds right. To lose weight, you either have to reduce the amount you eat or space out your meals. What will you do? Cut back or spread it out? Can't you just do both? Often in a discussion, you may be asked to choose between several possibilities, and this can be useful for clarifying positions, but sometimes the list of choices presented isn't complete. Some choices are presented while others are hidden. By choosing one of these options, even though what you actually think was not given as a choice, you end up defending positions that you would have never defended otherwise. The best thing to do is ignore the proposed questions and answer the question as if it were open-minded. I think we had this one last stream. Cut back or spread it out. Yeah, you can always do more to lose weight. Get some cardio, work out. Ozempic, we got options. Rats are mortal, and I am mortal. Therefore, I am rat. That's a false equivalency. You tell me to buy an apple from this brand. Song ended. I am rat. It's valid. I need more like menu music that's like chill, like Balitro. Or maybe I just run it back. You're telling me to buy an apple from this brand because they're supposedly better quality since they cost more. That's already an appeal to money. That's not here. But that's just an appeal to money. That's fallacy. I don't even have to read the rest of it. I just know. In court after an airplane crash due to a technical malfunction. Here are the facts. The suspect was the one flying the plane. And in the end, 50 people died in the crash. That's cherry picking. Let me just be sure. Sorry, I'm a notes reviewer, man. I gotta review my notes. The phrase cherry picking comes from selecting a bowl of the best fruits from the bowl. Similarly, for fallacious rhetoric, a person engages in cherry picking when they select facts and arguments that go along with their viewpoint but ignore those that might contradict it. The reasoning appears correct if we aren't aware of the facts and arguments left aside, making this a sneaky debate tactic. Don't hesitate to cite omitted facts or ask for clarification points. Yeah, I was like, yeah, just because the suspect was the one flying the plane, like, what else happened? There's got to be. What's the situation? There was a technical malfunction. That's good. That's good. They said there was a high chance of rain for today. If you don't take your umbrella, you'll end up wet. That's valid. That's an appeal to the probability, apparently. That's valid. Your interlocutor will present something that is likely to happen and conclude or imply that it will happen inevitably. Ah. But the fact that there is a 100% chance that something will happen, does that mean after 100 times it will happen for sure? Oh, but the fact that there's a 1 in 100 chance that something does not happen. You can remind them that something is likely That something likely can actually never happen, and something unlikely can also happen. Yeah. But I play Balatro, and I'm really certain that like I'm gonna get like 5 clovers to do a flush. Or 5 clubs to get my flushes in, you know what I mean? Balatro gamers. The key word here is you'll end up wet. You will end up wet. So it's an appeal to probability. If they said you may end up wet, then it would be a different story. You're catching me, man. You think people should stop drinking? You say you've stopped drinking for 2 years and 7 months? Oh wow, you're counting the days literally? Should we count the seconds too? That's an appeal to ridicule. Maybe don't bully your friends first. Me not voting in this election is the equivalent of not taking part in a competition. As such, I cannot be held accountable for the result. That's a false equivalency. Me not voting in this election is equivalent. Well, I guess it's really easy to go back to false equivalency when they say it's equivalent. An election and a competition, and depending what kind of competition, are different types of stakes. You don't have to play the sport of soccer. But though, and after the game ends, like there's nothing else to it. But like in an election, yeah, it kind of is like a competition. But there's different effects that come as a result by your lack of participation. I guess that's my way of saying it. There's probably a better way of putting that together. It's been 3 restaurants that I've tried, I don't win, and each time I stumbled upon high quality ones. Come with me, I'll pick another one for tonight. It'll be just as amazing. That's a hot hand fallacy. Maybe go to the ones that you've went before, that you can confirm are amazing. But just because the last 3 random ones you've been to are good does not guarantee the 4th one will be. People who think we should sort our trash are idiots. That's an appeal to spite. We're already on the results? Dude, I'm breezing through this. 13 right answers. Wow! We're in, brothers. We're in. Put me in for another round. I have an uncle who is 83 years old and he's been smoking since he was 17. However, this is just one isolated example that doesn't allow us to draw any conclusions. They got variations, man. What do you mean it's too late to turn up the music? Basically, you're saying we shouldn't have any fun at all. That's a straw man. Oh, I didn't mean to pause. They're exaggerating the point. They're exaggerating the point in question to make a argument that is easier to take down. Beautiful people generally find partners easily. I'm quite beautiful, so it'll be easy for me. That's destroying the exception. Just because you're beautiful doesn't mean you have a beautiful soul. I think that's what Northern Light said. I think I'm just ripping off his shit. When you gain muscle, your weight on the scale often goes up too. I just checked my weight. I gained some muscles. That's affirming the consequent. Just because the consequent happened doesn't mean that the cause happened. Just because you gained more weight doesn't mean that you got more muscle. Check this out. It's labeled new recipe. It's nice that they improved their product. That's an appeal to novelty. Just because it's a new recipe does not mean it's any better or it can guarantee to be better. I'm breezing, man. You may think climate change is a real problem for humankind, but I'm not sure it's that important. That's okay. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. That's relativist. That's relativist. You can't have two. You can't have two contradicting truths. We've never put diced tomato in guacamole. Therefore, we shouldn't do it now. That's an appeal to common practice. That's an appeal to tradition? Oh. Because common practice is what people do as a whole, right? It's like suggesting that appeal to common practice. It's a suggestion towards like what society does that most people do to convince you to do the same. But an appeal to tradition is related to what a current process is being done currently. I fell for it. They got me. If I play the lottery my whole life, I will win eventually. One day for sure. That's an appeal to probability. Good luck with that, bozo. You've read a lot of books, but that doesn't necessarily mean what you say is correct. It's just an appeal to... That's valid. It's valid. Sorry, I've been playing... It's more like... I think I just couldn't accept it being valid. I've been playing a lot of Fallacy Quiz. That must mean that everything I say is correct. Ah, god damn it. I want it to be correct. If we let them build this skate park, our neighborhood will never be the same. Think about what could happen to your children if they go there at night. It's an appeal to fear. I think he threw away my banana, but I can't really prove it. So I guess I can't really accuse them of it. That's valid. Man. My friend didn't steal that. If that were the case, he would be a thief, but he's a good person. That's an appeal to consequence. Well, too bad. Well, I can't accuse them. Check this out. It's labeled new recipe, but since I don't know what they change, it's hard to say it's better than before. That's valid again. Look, we've been doing it this way for 2 generations. Perhaps it's time to start mixing things up. Perhaps it's time to start mixing things up. It's valid. Dude, we're on the valid streak, man. I don't think we should let 16-year-olds vote. Soon they'll allow 12-year-olds to vote too. That's a slippery slope. Remind me slippery slope again, real quick. It's just let me try to recite it without looking at it. Slippery slope is just like trying to push an idea to the extreme to make it easier to to tear down the argument. It's like a straw man. Often you'll be defending arguments that change the status quo, and your interlocutor will respond, "Warning. I still don't know what a straw man is." Oh, don't worry, we'll get there. Oh, here it is. Your interlocutor will respond to a twisted version of your argument that you never said. They will choose a position that appears to be close to yours, but that is much easier to discredit. But then respond to it. You might be tempted to continue the conversation or do so accidentally, but you would end up defending a weak position that isn't even yours. So no, interrupt them as soon as they misrepresent your argument and set the record straight. As soon as they misrepresent your argument. Oh, there should be no and here. Oh wait, no, this is right. Interrupt them as soon as they misrepresent your argument and set the record straight by clearly restating your real position. Thought Strawman was moving the goalpost, but yeah, that's something else. Yeah, this is something else. This is a lot different than Slippery Slope. This could be considered moving... Oh no, moving the goalpost is more about like... You know, they overlap. They got overlap. Was never able to intuitively intuit what it meant. Because people just be calling things straw man. And the name is much less intuitive. Yeah. I also forget straw man. I also forget red herring. And those are like the two big ones. The name is much less intuitive. I see it, like I can visually understand it. I just don't. Yeah, it's not as intuitive in my mind. What's the difference between Slippery Slope and straw man? Defending the status quo, wanting to respond to your warning that this change could start a vicious cycle. It's about vicious cycles. It's about going deeper down a darker path. You want to reduce the week work by 2 hours? If we go down that route, we'll end up working like only 1 day a week, and the country will go bankrupt. You can either ask them to explain what you propose would lead to those consequences, or remind them that this fear could be applied to any change, and then nothing could ever be changed again. Red herrings is like puzzles and mysteries. We got blueprints and fallacy quiz. Oh, here it is. Instead of continuing the debate, answering your questions, or responding to arguments, the person tries to completely derail the discussion by introducing a new element that can make you react or mislead you. You need to practice spotting these red herrings. Hey, I do that. You just red herring my stream. I was so locked in. No, I'm messing. You can address it later in the debate, but not at the moment. It's best to tell them that it has nothing to do with the discussion, and bring things back to where you were by repeating your last question or argument. Don't let the subject change. Understood. I get it. Throw me back in. Throw me back in. Oh, we're already on the results. Unlock 5,000 points in expert mode. Guys, I'm kind of the GOAT. I don't do the arguments. I just sometimes ignore the main topic of discussion. Maybe I shouldn't do that. So you're telling me you're engaging in red herrings? I only allow the pure of soul to watch my streams. You are so pretty. I'm sure you'll help me carry this thing. This is an appeal to flattery. You too, Ethio. You are so pretty. I'm just not interested in what's being talked about. Wait, true. Fuck all these boring ass people. No, I'm messing. There's unemployment, so young people... There's unemployment, so young people may have more difficulty finding jobs. That's probably valid. I know that's true. That's probably denying the... That's valid. Reset the run. It's like getting a bad first 3 cards in Slay the Spire. It's like there's no synergy in this shit. Just look at who follows this guy in their social networks. Just from that, I know no one should talk to them. That's guilt by association. You don't want any cake? Everyone loves chocolate though. That's an appeal to popular belief. Just because everyone loves chocolate doesn't mean I like the cake, and doesn't even mean I want the cake. I think you threw away my banana. Prove you didn't do it, or you'll have to pay me back. That's shifting the burden of proof. Why do I have to prove that you lost that I stole your banana? How about you prove it to me? I'm not sure I really agree, but you seem to be very concerned about that topic. It's really cute how much you care for stuff like that. It's an appeal to ridicule. Don't do that /s sarcastic bullshit with me. What the hell? Companies frequently make profits. Therefore, the purpose of a company is to make profits. That's affirming the consequent. Me when I kappa. That was a good round one. Round two, me. Me not voting in this election is the equivalent to letting all others decide in my place. It ain't any of these ones. I'm pretty sure it's cherry picking. It's valid? Wait, yeah, that makes sense. You're like shifting. Yeah, that's a sound argument. I was at the store, but I wasn't sure which pen to use, so I took the one that was a bit more expensive to be sure to get the quality. That's an appeal to money. They send reports about bugs in the game, but they are neither beta testers nor quality assurance testers, so I don't care. That's a genetic fallacy, but it's true. I saw that YouTube short. You know what's up. Oh, brother. But it's true though. And then the creator of this game like recently reacted to Northern Lions playthrough, or like one of Northern Lions playthrough. That shit was funny, bro. The reason why guacamole is pricier than salsa is that clearly it's the better dip choice. That's a lie. That's an appeal to money again. The frames, we were doing so well. Good now? Okay. From your employer. Trigger warning job. It's either you do what you are asked or you'll be broke on the streets. That's a false dilemma. You're giving me two options. Maybe there might be more. We can come to a compromise. I'm back from the past. WB, welcome back. Yes, our burgers are indeed high in calories, but the vegetable portion is much larger in our new recipe. That's a red herring. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a red herring. Yeah. The vegetable portion. Just because the vegetable portion in the new recipe it's in there, it like doesn't change the fact that it's the new recipe could still be high in calories or whatever part of it. It's something like that. I'm sorry, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I'm sorry I can't be everything you need. I'm really interested in buying this item from you, but the price of $10 is a bit out of my budget. Would you be willing to consider a lower price? Or is it already a fixed price? That's valid. You're asking some valid questions here. A survey conducted among our viewers shows that Americans agree that the conclusions of that is a biased generalization. They couldn't have made it more obvious by bolding our viewers. Most people get less sleep than what's recommended. I'm impressed you're able to maintain a healthy sleep schedule. It's valid. It's just valid. I gotta stop like hot swapping to a fallacy. If it's valid, it's gotta be valid. Yes, your father was hard on you when you were young, but he is old now. You can't bully him. That's an appeal to pity. He was a piece of shit to me. when I was younger. That doesn't just because he's old doesn't change the things that he did to me. 14-1. We're getting our max score, guys. We're getting it. So wise. Yeah. That's an appeal to flattery. My uncle died in a plane crash, but I've looked at the statistics and it's still a safe mean of transportation. That's valid. So true. That's valid. He'll never do what he promised because his true intentions aren't those. That's an appeal to motive. I've never put diced tomatoes in guacamole before, but we can try. That's valid. Being absent for 0 days guarantees it. You know what's that SpongeBob clip where he's like, Mrs. Puff? When I'm listening to the Balatro soundtrack, that's what I'm thinking of. Hold on, I gotta pull it up. SpongeBob steals car, Miss Puff.
Never thought I'd have to use this pepper spray. Somebody help me! Somebody help me!
Why is it pitched down?
Sorry, SpongeBob, but it was for your own good.
Oh, this bit right here.
Not even if you were.
Mrs. Puff. Morning. Good morning, Tomoko. How are you? Hope you're doing well. This type shit. Me listening to the Balatro soundtrack. Okay, back to the game. How are you, Tomoko? Having a good time? Having a good morning? Being absent for 0 days does guarantees an end of the year bonus. He did have one absent day. He shouldn't have gotten the bonus. It needs to be taken back. That's denying the antecedent. I don't know what that is. In the phrase, when the train has an issue, there is a delay. The train has an issue is the antecedent. A delay is a consequence. A fallacious version can be derived. When the train doesn't have an issue, there is no delay. This is false. We're denying all the other reasons that could cause a delay. But the resemblance with the valid statement. If there is no delay, then the train didn't have an issue. Called the contrapositive can make us doubt. Mixing up cause and correlation. Isn't this like the opposite of affirming the consequence? Oh wait, it's right next to it. Mixing up cause and the correlation. Hold on, I need to hear my thoughts. Cite other possible antecedents. You never know. There may be an issue with the tracks. I'm sad I won't be able to get Switch 2 on launch day. No! Are you getting it after launch day? Are you still getting a Switch? Switch 2? That's in 2 weeks too, my guys. That's in exactly 2 weeks. Mine is coming in a package. What the fuck? I know, right? It's freaking me out, brothers. What the zongs? Yeah, dude, time flies fast. I've been watching It's a Blend. Maybe you guys seen him come in chat. He's been streaming every single day, and he has like a countdown of every single day. It like goes down, and I'm like, what the zonks? How the hell did we get to 2 weeks? So expect some Mario Kart content because I gotta get my money's worth. Denying the antecedent. In the phrase, the train has an issue, when the train has an issue, there's... Let's go Mario Kart, yeah! The train has an issue is the antecedent. A delay is the consequence. A fallacious version can be derived. When the train doesn't have an issue, there is no delay. You flip the script. You flip the script on this. When the train doesn't have an issue, there should be no delay. That's false. We're denying all the other reasons that could cause a delay. Like people, like there's too much loading. There's a human error. Well, I guess maybe that's the training. That's not the train having an issue. That's like the train station having an issues. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, it could be. This is false. We're denying all the other reasons that could cause the delay. Being absent for 0 days guarantees an end of the year bonus. He did not have 1 day absent. He shouldn't have gotten a bonus. Being absent for 0 days, that's guarantees an end of the year bonus. Being absent for 0 days is the antecedent. The end of the year bonus is the consequence. Maybe not so much like a consequence, but it is a consequence. Being absent for 0 days. He did not have 1 day. He did have 1 day absent. He shouldn't have gotten the bonus. And he needs to be taken back. But you're denying the antecedent that maybe he is just a deserving person. Maybe he's just a deserving person. I think I'm too like policy coded because I was kind of like, I do agree with this, but like it makes sense. Like the argument makes sense, but like he may just be like a deserving person. He may be like such a good employee that like, you know, maybe 1 day doesn't make the whole. I've worked with people in groups in university that like did all the work that was assigned, and just because you did all the work that was assigned to you doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to get a good grade. Which is what they were thinking. You have to do good work also. You don't just do the work basic, you have to do the work good. Something like that. There's something there. But I'm not getting it if I don't get the pack in. Yeah, like the Nintendo Switch 2 bundle is like important. Yeah, also they're not offering it apparently for like long term. I don't know how long the bundle's gonna be available for. I was like, that's goofy, man. Nobody has proven that we can travel through time. I'm just telling you it's impossible. That's an appeal to ignorance. Nothing's impossible until it's done. Even time travel, I guess. Look, we've been doing this the same way for 2 generations. We should keep doing it this way. That's an appeal to tradition. Talk about generations. Talk about history. That's tradition. The weather wasn't good during my days off. And now that it's the weekend, it's cloudy again. It's always the same thing. The weather is bad every time I'm not working. I mean, people can say that. That's a hasty generalization, but like, I get the vibe, you know? Like, you could say that. All the great movie critics love this movie, so it's weird that you don't like it. That's an appeal to the authority, just because those crappy ass Rotten Tomatoes critic score doesn't reflect the audience score. Trust me, it hasn't rained for 3 days. We should prepare a picnic tomorrow. That is a hot hand fallacy. I got the hiccups. Look at these curves on this chart. They're almost identical, so they must imply one another. That's correlation, causation, confusion. Just because two graphs look the same doesn't mean that they have a seemingly correlation. It does not imply the causation is the same. Because of the garbage collector strikes, there are more and more rats in the streets. One day after school, one of them entered the backpack of an 8-year-old girl, and once at home, the rat jumped out and attacked her younger sister. How many children do have to endure this before the strikers stop? That's misleading vividness. There's more to it. There's another one here. They're leveraging the children's story to make the example more intense than it seems. But I mean, if this is an example, the details are given. The more details are given, the more important and intense the example can seem. It is necessary to take a step back to evaluate each case with as much detachment as for any other case. Yeah, this is my problem. I got too attached. I was like, that 8-year-old girl though, like that's awful. But no. Let the garbage collectors gotta do their goddamn strikes. They gotta strike. Don't blame the strikers. Yeah, it's not the strikers. Don't blame the strikers. It's the freaking business, garbage business, for not treating them properly. That's why they're striking. Don't pin it on the strikers. If we ban people from carrying a knife in the streets, the next step is going to be that there won't even be the access to basics. That's a slippery slope, if I've ever seen one. And I've seen them. I was munching on some roasted salted almonds, and then I popped one into my mouth that had this weird, horrible, bitter taste that made me want to spit it out. It was gross. That's why almonds are the worst. This feels valid. That's misleading vividness. Munching on some roasted almonds. I feel like when you say that's why almonds are the worst nuts, it's like that just feels like now the fallacy is like it's getting too fallacied right now. Like, I don't know, it just felt like they were just like, yeah, that's an opinion, that's valid. I feel that. I feel for them. I feel for them, but that doesn't absolve them of taking part of fallacies. That also doesn't mean that they're wrong for having what they're thinking what they're thinking. While turning down their plate of spinach. I know it's healthy, but I don't like it. That's valid. The stop sign has been there since the road was built. We've never seen how people would drive without it. It might be worth conducting some tests to understand its actual impact on traffic and road safety. That's a relativist. It's valid, brother. And I've probably messed that one up already. I know I have. Okay, one more. I want my perfect score. You're complaining when we leave the trash out. Can out because it attracts rats. But tell me, isn't your daughter the one who has a pet rat? That's a red herring. The pet rat is not associated to the rats of the trash. What do you mean it's too late to turn the music up? Basically, you're saying we should lower the volume. That's valid. It's not like Slippery Slope. It's not like or not Slippery Slope. It's not a straw man. It's just like, it's not as exaggerated to be a straw man. I climbed to the top of this mountain all by myself. You can do it too. It was great. The guides were really nice with me. All by myself, the guides were really nice. That's a lie. You have bad grades in physics, but given your private tutor's rates, you should be getting an A. That's an appeal to money. The tutor might just suck. I know. I worked at a tutoring center. They said there was a high chance of rain for today, so if you don't take your umbrella, you could end up wet. That's valid. That's valid, baby. That's valid. More people prefer apples to oranges, so apples are better than oranges. That's an appeal to popular belief. They just come to me, man. If I hadn't been nice to her, she would have refused to become my girlfriend. I've been kind to her the whole year, so she will not turn me down if I ask her. That is denying the antecedent. And I'm just gonna stop it here because it's denying the antecedent. Because let me remember this one. Let me remember. The antecedent. There's the antecedent and there's the cause. No, the antecedent and then the consequence. You believe that the antecedent of being nice to her is the cause that she would have refused to be. If you think that you could be nice to her, she would have refused to become my girlfriend. Then you flip it. I've been nice to her. She will accept me to become she will become my girlfriend. But that negates the other potential factors of why she would become your girlfriend or she would not turn you down. Like, she's not interested, or she has a boyfriend, or a girlfriend, or a partner, a significant other. Or they're not interested in you at all, right? Okay, I get it. I get it. I'm not, it's not like, I don't have it with like crystal clear explanations. This game is like exposing me the fact that like I'm really bad at explaining things. Like that's the bit. Look, the first 3 results of my search confirm that I am correct about this. That's cherry picking. You probably searched up something biased, like is Thunderbolts bad, and got like 3 Reddit posts about why Thunderbolts is bad. These oranges have no seeds. There's a 1% chance that you'll encounter one. It won't happen to you, so feel free to take a bite without worrying. That's an appeal to probability. It's 1%. If I'm playing a gacha game, I want that 1% to happen. They are advocating for progressive wealth taxation. If we let them implement that, the next step might be straight to expropriation. That's a slippery slope. During an interview after a smear campaign. Hi, Given everything we know now, would you say that you are a racist person? That's a loaded question. What? You want to stop? You want to quit drinking? You know, it's very common to have 1 or 2 drinks. Have a drink or 2 during meals. It shouldn't worry you. That's an appeal to common practice. They said the word common. I almost got baited into appeal to tradition, man. Yes, there are allegations against him. That being said, he's not all there mentally nowadays. We should let him be. That's appeal to pity. Asahi super dry. That's a food, right? Like sushi? What is Asahi? Asahi super dry. The world's first super dry beer. Wait, they got super dry beer? How did I forget? Like the Asahi, like Asahi beer. How did that slip my mind? They got that stuff super dry? Maybe I should try it. I'm a Modelo drinker. I like Modelos. I don't like Coronas. I don't like the other ones. I can only drink Modelos. Not to say that I can't drink the other ones. It's just like I prefer Modelos. The family is an institution that dates back to Roman times. It must be preserved at it. That's an appeal to tradition. Are we in Rome right now? Are we in Rome? Is it Roman times right now? I don't think so. In a recent survey involving 20,000 participants, we found that 95% people using our phones are satisfied with it. So there's not much we could improve to get more people to buy our phones at this point. That's a biased generalization. Just because people are satisfied with it does not mean you can't make it better. You can find the feature to make it better. It's good that you got people satisfied with it, but that does not mean that you couldn't make it better. I got 15 out of 10. I got a perfect score. I have to go for 999. You've just unlocked extreme difficulty. Oh, brother, it gets harder. I thought that was it. I thought that was it. Difficulty? I thought that was it, bro. There's extreme. It's red. You know we're in friggin' Mog's dynasty, bro. The billionaire Damien. I'm sure he's your father, which would make you the son of a wealthy man, and you're asking him for money. Prove to me he's not your dad. That's shifting the burden of proof. Chat, this is big. There's 6 questions. You're saying that women have always been paid less than men, and conclude that we should continue doing so? You are making an appeal to tradition. That means you are wrong. That's a fallacy. Can't catch me on that fallacy bullshit. I live by it. Tobacco is just a plant. How could it harm you? That's an appeal to nature. You ever heard of a piranha plant? They appointed a new minister. At last, the situation will improve. That's an appeal to novelty. Just because he's new doesn't mean that it's actually going to be improving. When I was saying that we should sink the humanitarian boats, what I was really saying is that we should be able to control our borders. You can't call me a monster for that. That's a straw man. That's a Mott and Bailey fallacy. What the freak is Mott and Bailey? Okay, well, you don't have to state the obvious. I'm a streamer, no shit. Okay. That's a biased generalization. Streamers can have friends. All right. Oh, they're calling themselves an anarchist? I heard anarchists generally don't vote, so I imagine they won't be voting. That's an appeal to consequence. That's destroying the exception. Yeah, because there are anarchists that would vote. These terrorists have killed over 1,000 innocents and have taken our citizens hostage. It seems reasonable to respond by bombing their city and killing tens and thousands of citizens. That's two wrongs make a right. What you said sounds a lot like a far-right talking point. That's guilt by association. I used to answer to all your messages in minutes. Now I can take days or weeks to answer. But you are making such a big deal out of it. I swear, absolutely nothing in our relationship has changed. Or maybe that you are getting possessive. Nothing has changed. You are getting possessive. That's an appeal to motive. It was just a lie. Yeah, it is a lie. There is something that changed. The vibes shifted. The brain consists only of cells, and these cells lack unique features that could account for consciousness. Therefore, we must conclude that consciousness originates from beyond our physical realm. It's evidence the existence of a soul. That's a fallacy of division. That's a fallacy of composition. It's not in here. Don't look at the book. This is impossible. I'm sure no politician is honest. Therefore, for a politician to put in place the measures they propose once in power, as that would imply honesty on their part. It's destroying the exception. That's an appeal to consequences, of course. Dude, the demon difficulty is messing with me. Most people believe in God, so it must be real. That's an appeal to popular belief. If prices are rising but raw materials aren't increasing as much, but the cost of raw materials, it could mean that big companies are artificially inflating their prices to boot profits without providing more value. True. This would imply that an unregulated economy like the one I support can be detrimental, okay? Therefore, there must be another explanation for inflation. That's affirming the consequence. That's an appeal to consequences. I'm the dumbest MF alive. A nuclear power plant can explode and kill millions. You might be in danger right here, right now. Let's revert back to coal instead. That's an appeal to fear. Go ahead, try it. Most people have tried smoking at some point in their lives. That's an appeal. That's appeal to common practice. I'm gonna explode. I'm gonna explode. We're on extreme difficulty. This is the worst game ever. Oh, brother. Run it back. I started this debate by saying my problem with immigration was the financial burden on our country. And I'll admit, you convinced me that the impact on finances are a net positive. But there are plenty of other problems with immigration. That's moving the goalposts. You've convinced them already, but now they're switching up a different goal. You're being interviewed after supporting a peaceful demonstration. There are some unrest on the outskirts of the demonstration. You are partly responsible for those violent riots happening in the streets, in which innocent people's cars were set on fire. Does this not bother you at all? That's a loaded question. It does bother me, but I was not associated with it. And it doesn't change the fact that I think what I was protesting for is right. I just dismiss those violent behaviors. If we don't do something about this, your children might start wanting to change their gender. That's an appeal to fear. Scaredy cat, scaredy cat. I claim that God exists. You can always try to prove that he doesn't exist, though. Shifting the burden of proof. Something about like you have to do the work of him not existing. I just think he exists, but I won't prove to you why I think he exists. The cutting edge tech right now revolves around the blockchain, cryptocurrency, NFTs. You can ignore all you want, but you'll be left behind. This is the future. That's an appeal to novelty. Just because the shit's new doesn't mean the shit works. Okay, perfect round so far. You want to improve at detecting fallacies by playing a quiz game? But even after hours of playtime, you won't be able to detect all the fallacies in your daily life? It's pointless. Don't bother. I don't even... Fuck. It's perfect solution. Meta, they like caught all the playtesters, like surveying the playtesters. Like, yeah, I've been trying to use this in my daily life, brother. No. No country ever abolished real estate rentals. You don't know what could happen. The impact could be negative. That's perfect belief. I mean, that's an appeal to consequence. That's appeal to ignorance. It's not right to date someone of the same sex. The priest told us so. That's an appeal to authority. Just because the priest told you so doesn't mean God can't tell you to have sex with the same sex or whatever. Yes, I want to abolish the police. How would we stop criminals? Wait, I didn't say there would be actually armed officials to take security. I'm just talking about getting rid of the police name. We could call it, that's shifting the goalpost. What the hell? That's change it to something like Molies. What the heck is going on? This person is proposing an increase of retirement age while you want to keep it where it is now. I'm in neutral in this matter. Let's slightly increase it so everyone is happy. That's middle ground. Fence sitter ass. What you just said sounds a lot like propaganda the Soviets used. That's guilt by association. All the men I meet only have one thing in mind. All men are perverts. That's true? No, that's the fuck hasty generalization. I returned with cold chocolate. That's awesome. Like frozen chocolate or like hot chocolate that's cold. I've only been in one car crash in my life, and it was a woman driving. So there's no question about the fact that women are worse at driving. That's anecdotal evidence. I'm out of milk, so I'm just eating chocolate. That's pretty sick. Man, chocolate milk would go so crazy. I had to stop drinking chocolate milk because my shits were crazy. Every week you lose at the lottery brings you closer to a week you'll win. Gambler's fallacy. You loser. The weather wasn't good during my days off, and now it's the weekend. It's cloudy again. It's always the same thing. The weather is bad when I'm not working. I got this one wrong. Anecdotal evidence? That's a hasty generalization. What kind of chocolate do you use? I got the chocolate puck type of hot chocolate. Grandma type. Yo, word. Let me see if I can find. While turning down vegetables, eating more fruits and vegetables won't make us immortal anyways. Perfect solution fallacy. Do you have a better solution to immortality? People who use body scale tend to lose more weight than others. It's crazy how just stepping on the body scale means to losing more weight. That's an appeal to... That's denying the antecedent. That's a causation correlate. I'm gonna explode. It's called abuelita, so it is the grandma type. From your employer, it's either you do what you were asked or be broke on the street. That's false dilemma. You're selling this for $10, but I wasn't willing to buy it all. Let's split the difference. How about $5? That's a really silly middle ground. I'm getting repeats now. This puck has more sugar than the chocolate. I guess like it's supposed to dilute with the with whatever substance you mix it with, right? You're complaining that he took all your lunch. What we'll do is he's gonna give you two. That's middle ground again. We've gotten this one before. We played these games before. I was wondering why the hot chocolate was not so chalky. You gotta find a nice middle ground. This movie used way too many special effects scenes. Another movie that did the same thing got a bad review. That's why I think this movie will get a bad review as well. No. Avengers Endgame. It's a false equivalency. My friend didn't steal that. If that were the case, he would be a thief, but he's a good person. That's wishful thinking. That's an appeal to consequence. I'm forgetting my appeals, man. There's a good thing as such good and bad VFX. Have you heard of the entire game of genre of animation? This made up opinion is triggering me. AAA games. Studios that spend more money on games. This studio spent $100 million on this game. But then there's also other studios spent $100 million on a game, but then the game flopped. That's why I think this new game is also going to flop. Play indie! You heard me say we should check everyone's backpack when leaving the store, and now you're accusing me of not respecting people's privacy? But it's just a quick glance. It's not just everyone. Just those who look suspicious. That's Mott and Bailey or whatever. I don't even know what this means, but I'm pretty sure it's Mott and Bailey. It wasn't everything else. I'm not going to listen to what you say about the environment, knowing that you work for a multinational. That's genetic. Corey Stare. Oh, they're calling themselves an anarchist? I heard anarchists generally don't vote, so I imagine they won't be voting. It's over when they start naming things after names instead of what the thing is. Like abuelita. The chocolate puck. Look, we've been doing this for 2 generations. I need more fallacies, man. We're getting the repeats. That's real, Corey. It's real. I like the idea that wealthy people prefer them even. Thus, it doesn't feel fair to increase. That's wishful thinking. The chocolate puck is grandma though. It's grandma's cookie dust. She pooping in that shit. No, that's being absent for 0 days guarantees an end of the year bonus. Needs to be taken back. That is denying the antecedent. I don't see how this team could lose. Wrong lose. They won all their matches until now. That's hot hand. They said there's a high chance of rain today, so if you don't, you will end up wet. That's an appeal to probability. All right. I deadass might play this game like offline. Oh, that was perfect. The video ended. I literally might like go to this offline and be like, yeah, fallacies, yeah, fallacies. I guess I like trivia games, man. I don't what genre of this would this be, man? Just gamifying college rhetoric class for real? No. What genre? The thing is like you can't put me on Family Feud. You can't be putting me on like Jeopardy. I'm not gonna know that shit. But like this is like I'm interested in this. These are repeatable concepts to identify. It really is just like maybe I would kill it with like history trivia games, man. I don't know. I think this one appeals to me just because, well, arguments are something that are everyday, right? Arguments and points and things that people make and fallacies, these are everyday occurrences. I think also like the comm major in me is like I need to know this stuff. It's also helpful to just like with the glossary, even though it's very simple explanations, it offers ways to circumvent and counter these fallacies if you ever so encounter them. Maybe not so much circular reasoning, but like they're there. Where the heck's Mott and Gambler's fallacy, hot hand fallacy? Mott and Bailey. Just that simple and just that stupid. I really liked this game. I really enjoyed my time playing it. That's all I have to say, right? Mott and Bailey, like parts of a castle, not names. Yes. Mott and Bailey, where there is an exposed village located near a tower on top of a mound that provides an advantage in case of attack. In this analogy, the speaker will present a weak argument, the village. When you try to debate it, they'll modify their argument to make it less controversial and more solid, the tower. I need to like be able to identify this one more because I struggle with this one a lot. Okay. That's a fallacy. You expect me to have fully formed argument before you make any counters? And you know what? Nah. No more what? I think I'm good. I think I had a fun stream today. I hope you guys enjoyed. We will never know what. Next stream, Monday, we'll play Ethio's new map. Am I free Monday? I'm not busy, right? Oh shit. Wait. I know I have to pick someone up from the airport. I just don't know what time that will be. I know I have to pick someone up from the airport. I don't remember if that's the morning or if that's the afternoon. I'm pretty sure it's the morning, so it should be fine, but I'll check. I guess not Monday. I'll let you know, Ethio, since it's your map being in consideration. On the 27th, 28th, there might be something. Oh, wait, let me get to the end screen. Yeah. 27, 28, I might have something. I might. It's not confirmed, but we might. I can't say for certain what it will be, but we might have something. So yeah. GG stream. Yay! Thank you, Tomogo. Alright, we'll wrap it up here for today. Thank you all for watching. I super duper appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed. Today we had a very impromptu, quick stream with a very shaky beginning. The frames dropped like crazy. It stressed me out. It worried me that we would have a repeat of Monday stream. I really wanted to do Monday stream over again because I liked the fallacy quiz, and I was so glad that I was able to play it today. And I think we're done with it today on stream. We are so back. We're back! And listen, guys, we're probably going to be returning to more weekly streams. More streams per week. I'm thinking we're getting a little bit more on the... We'll get it back up. I can say that with certainty now. That being said, give it a couple weeks. Give it a couple weeks before the engine starts running a little bit more on its consistent train. But we'll get there. Also, June 6th anniversary. I will not be doing something for the anniversary stream. I'm gonna be pushing the anniversary stream just a little bit later in the month. I've been working on other things right now. Basically, I've been working on the video project that I was assigned to do. Like, actually today, the reason why I had to drive out was because I had to drive out and film something. Now I have to edit it. Anniversary on Switch release? Yeah, around that time. Or was that June 4th? I believe it was June 6th. Why don't I write this shit down? Hell. We'll get it. Mid-stream, Arvin gets a knock on the door. Switch unboxing stream. That'd be hype. Yeah, Switch launch day. Maybe I might stream it. Or maybe not. It's gonna be like just data transfer. Just like for 3 hours. Just like sitting on my chair like, all right, come on. Is it done? Downloading with the Nintendo Switch servers. Yeah, downloading with the Nintendo servers on launch day. I'd be so scared. Should be crashing. Yeah, I'll probably give it a day before I start streaming on it. But yeah, we'll see. But we're back. We're so back. We're so back. I'm excited. I'm excited to get back on this. Free me, Nintendo. Free me. Downloading those new ultimate characters when that was happening was so slow. Oh, brother. Now imagine downloading all your game data. Oh my gosh. I guess it's just like it downloads your save data. It's not like it's not like I'm downloading full games. Actually, I will be downloading the Mario Kart game because it's bundle, it's digital only. Oh, brother. Dear Twitch, you will be in danger. You better watch yourself. You don't know the things that I can do. You don't have to get fallacied. You think about what you did and nuking my stream like that. You hear me? Signed, R. Oh shit, we're live. Hey. Courtesy? Oh shit, it's Curtis. It's that. Yeah, you beat me to it. I've messed it up so badly. Alright, thank you all for watching. We're ending here, you know, like that's it. Thank you all for watching. I super duper appreciate it. Thank you. Shout out to everyone that watched today. Shout out to everyone that chatted. Shout out to everyone that lurked. Thank you to everyone that chatted. I'm looking at Corey, Ethio, Bia popped in, Tom will go. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for chatting. It's people like you that keep this stream going. We'll be back next time on Monday, or potentially some other time, maybe even tomorrow. You know what? Maybe I won't make any promises. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Stream's back up. LOL. It's already over. Love you all, and have a good rest of your night.